Good morning, everyone. I got a little bit of coffee left, but I think I'm ready to start up some ESO. So let's get this going. I was goofing around last night on my level 50 that I haven't played in, must be 2 years at this point, just practicing some healing. That was pretty fun. But I think I will stick with leveling this guy for now. Let's go ahead and turn this music off. And we're just still working our way through Grotwood.
Are you here to help me? Please, hurry! Quickly, untie me! They could be back at any moment. Nello sent another poor bleeding heart, boys. Get in here.
Oh, there they are.
Flank, now!
Anyone else? Anyone else? Who's texting me? My wife. He went to the gym. She's really trying to get me to sign up for a gym. I probably should, but man, I'm lazy. He says the gym by our place is really nice, nicer the one than she usually goes to, and I know it is. I've been there many times. And she knows that too. But she's trying to drop hints.
Zari said, "Not by myself, foul demon. I shall gather a Grajwi, a company of heroes, starting with the Altbar, Urarian the Perfect, who communes among the
What are you
many
doing here?
rules of
Why aren't you saving my daughter?
These are the words.
Wait, you don't understand. They made me do it. I mean, yes, they gave me a cut of their takings, but what choice did I have? They threatened anything you say. Of course, I never spent a single coin from what the bandits gave me. I couldn't stand to. I'd happily give it all to you if you think long and hard. It'll be worth your while, and I'll never deal with those bandits again, I promise.
Let's see. Where am I going? Here? There? How do I get up there? Okay, obviously not this way. Doesn't look like this way, unless you can get out the back. Nope. Guess I have to go around. Awesome. Look, there's a chest over there. Oh, I might not be able to get this one open. Oh, that wasn't bad. Oh, come on. I really forgot how annoying that is in this game. Just the slightest bit of deep water and it knocks you off your mount.
You will find nothing. This one is innocent. Tell her, Gomani. Thank the moons. As I was just explaining, that thief nearly ran us over. You chased after him. Please, tell this fine keeper of the peace what you saw. This honorable and, if I may say so, very sleek guard has mistaken me for a common sugar thief. Please, help me clear up this misunderstanding. Hush.
Surely this scoundrel is lying. I chased him here on my own 2 legs. He was only out of sight for a flick of the tail. Of course not. There was no other thief. Not that it matters. Our sticky finger. Then my paws are tied. No evidence means no theft, even if Chandra is 3 months' worth of moon sugar poorer. In any case, thank you. We keep the peace here in Redfur, making it safe for traders on their way to and from Eldenroot. We spend most of our time catching thieves. Return what they stole and put them in the stocks to think about what they've done. We don't hold them for long, but they usually get the message. Honestly, thieves are good for business. They keep the market fluid and stop too much wealth from accumulating in one place. A reputation for being easy on thieves tends to attract thieves. The newer thieves don't give back to the people. They leave town and take... He leads the Redfur trading cost.
Well, that was surprising. At least she is gone now, right, Kobani? That was a clever approach, telling that guard the truth. She wasn't expecting that, was she? Still, I guess that's one way of looking at it. Let's say I circumvented the market. I found the price. What does the merchant have to complain about? His belly is full. If they are not fed, Kobani and her sisters become most unruly. Were it not for the hollow moon, they would have eaten me whole when I arrived in Redfur. Some call them thieves, but that's such an impolite term. The Hollow Moon's work is charitable by nature. They procure things for people who can't afford them, yes? Here, take this
Charitable.
to the ruined temple and see for yourself. Kobani and I know when we are...
What was I doing? I was going up here this way. Tell you what, they sure do like their cliffs in this game. For Christ's sake. How do I even get up there?
Pardon my saying so, but you were obviously doing well for yourself. I'm surprised he had one left to hand out. Apologies, I should explain. Our agents give these to the infirm, so their need is not questioned when they petition us for aid. Cindertail was very liberal with his tokens. We thought his Sench tigers would be useful to have around, guard duty and such, but between his tiger's sugar habit and his handing out Hollow Moon tokens like candy, he practically emptied... Can you lift coin from a rich man's pocket without getting your hand stuck in it? Then talk to Valir upstairs. He...
Yeah. Am I just blind and there's a way up here that I'm not seeing? Like, how am I supposed to get up there? I was just up here, right? Yeah, that's where... I have absolutely no fucking idea how to get up there.
I don't seem to be making much progress.
Okay, whatever. I'm not doing this one. Well, actually, I have the option to bring them to the authorities, right? Yeah, so because I can't fucking get up there, you're going to jail. If you put your stash in a better spot, I might have taken you there.
Did you hear? Rajine's mantle was discovered at the Fallen Esty winter site.
What's the problem? Is that Neller the... What? No. Impossible. We've had this... This is a blight on our community. Our own innkeeper. Responsible for leading visitors to...
Alright, enough with the Magicka medium armor, please. This guy... That's down here now? Keep popping up.
Oh, you again. What do you need? Why did you come back here with it? I thought I made it clear
Why did it have a quest icon? Whatever.
I end the cruise near.
Fadi sent you? She thinks perhaps you can do work for us? Who are you to know so... Maybe you are less interested when you hear what we do? You are familiar with the custom of property ownership, yes? I have a thing. It is mine. You take it, and if you are starving, and use what you took to feed your belly, is it still mine? No. Whatever you stole, food, money to buy food, silks... You think we should work for our bread, yes? But many can't work. They're injured, sick, or just too hungry. The Hollow Moon gives them what they need. Perhaps we're wrong to steal, but if many of them appreciate what we do. Sometimes a merchant... Of course, of course. Now, I was hoping you could assist me with a rather... Shamra, leader of the merchants here, has threatened to call in the Thalmor. This is a problem. Jode's chariot understands that we provide a valuable service. The Thalmor is unlikely to agree. This place was not always a trading post. It was built upon a tomb, whose gauntlet of traps have kept it sealed for generations. If the stories are true, it holds untold. The reason is twofold. For one, if we did this thing only for ourselves, we would remain a thorn in Shanra's side and be forced to leave. Who then would help? There lies the trouble, yes? The only known entrance to the tomb is within Jode's Hall. The place... Go to Jode's Hall and speak to Tulaira. If I am right, thank you, my friend. While many have attempted the tomb's gauntlet...
Oh, I guess I don't have that. Alright.
Can you lend a helping hand?
Did you hear? Rajine's mantle was discovered at the Fallen Esty winter site.
She's waiting.
General Endare has a...
I'm sorry, we can't chat for long. I'm waiting for someone. Truly. You were so honest about Cindertail. I would not have expected you to associate with the Hollow Moon. Such is life, I suppose. Is he mad? Why would he ask for such a thing? He knows the danger. Yes, I see. The treasure of Anabi could certainly be persuasive. It may be our only chance of keeping the...
Well, down I go. Oop. Hey, what are we doing here? Don't. Let's see. Oh, they can move diagonally. Well, that's fun. I can't move diagonal. Wow, that is not the one I was pointing to. Take that, you fucker. Let's end it. Yeah.
They've gone to see Shanra. If you hurry, you might catch them. Pulara and Valier working together. Punabi, did you ever think we would see this day?
No, Shanra.
Come now, smile. Only good can come of such an auspicious alliance.
You are wise to say so, Shanra.
Such flattery. Tell me, why have you called me here?
We have a gift for you, Shanra, to show our appreciation and solidify our friendship. And I believe it has just arrived. My friend, if you would do the honors.
Shanra is honored. Tell me, what have you brought? Wherever did you get this marvelous gem? Legend has it that Joan was struck by a bolt of light. For but a second, she turned from her twin, and overtaken by sadness, shed a single tear. Jode brushed it from her cheek, and it fell to the... Of course not. A fanciful tale. This jewel was cut from a Varla stone by Azesas, greatest jeweler of the First Era. But it's a good story, isn't it? And will fetch a fine price. You do your friend. I thought you might have something in mind, seeing as you went through all the trouble of procuring this precious jewel. Name your price.
Do I really care about these two? No, I don't.
Ha! How mercenary! You hear that, Valir? Your agent wants gold and will have it. I am relieved. I thought you might ask me not to call the Talmor. This will cost a modest sum. I will tell our associates of your daring plunder. Greedy Khajiit from all over elsewhere will stumble over themselves.
I hope you are happy.
I am happy.
Dark day for us all.
One. Away. Faster.
Daedra, spawn of Padme's black blood, answer the cry of your servant. Come forth
Yes.
and walk upon the face of Nirn. Thank you.
Okay, that was weird. They just drop. Oh.
The Black Sap Rebellion is all but gone. I heard the Vindusk Rangers used a mercenary to shut
My
them
trusty courier! Did you have an exciting trip? Was it the import taxes again? I thought I paid those weeks ago. I was hoping that would hasten the process. My client is not exactly a patient woman, and I do not wish to upset her. Kwama? No, this is no good. I don't need that here with all my other fragile shipments. Look, can you run this out to Alex right away? She'll have your payment. And try not to stare at her. She's easily distracted.
Oh boy, right where I came from. This should be just about one of the last, whoops, one of the last quests in this zone. I will make my way to the next one. And pretty much from here on out, everything is new to me.
You reek of Kwama juices. Why don't you come inside and spend some time with your Granny Alex? I'll have a hearty, chunky brain stew ready soon. What? Oh, from that netch scab in Thoris? It's late. It's so very late. I've resorted to eating troll brains and maggot soup, and of course I want it. Just pour it in the stew there, and if anything escapes...
This ought to be good.
You didn't drop a single one. I'm impressed. Come to think, huh? Don't care to keep company with your old grand. Why are you still here? You need some. So, you didn't...
We'll read that though. There we go. Book anything? We'll just eat that one. Make room. Okay, let's see. So I've got these quests now. That one takes me to the other zone. One takes me to the delve, so that. Last delve. Apparently I'm missing 2 points of interest. Sky shard somewhere. Am I missing the sky shard? Oh, it's probably in that delve. Maybe. Get on the blind. Don't have this. This one. Okay, well, let's stop by here on the way up.
What? Still not dead? Strike harder! If you'd kept quiet, they wouldn't have heard us.
Got quests?
You're no bandit. Not like the others, at least. Bandits, running themselves onto our swords. Drove them off for now. Thing is, there are far more bandits than we have swords. With so many afflicted by the curse, we can't hunt them down in magical sickness. Shaman Bogum handles all that. Me, I guard the gate. Know anything about stopping curses? Head inside. Shaman said he...
I don't know shit about stopping curses, but I'll go inside anyway.
Yes, I'll have the poultice ready in a moment. Wait, who are you? Curse? No, no. My bloodkin are loyal to the last, but at times they're thicker than troll dung. It's clearly poison, though how it affected so many is indeed curious. Why do you ask? Then here, take this list. Everyone who fell ill had 3 similarities. They ate food cooked in the same pot, drank water from the same well, and wore clothes washed in the same. I've dealt with sickness, broken bones, and plague. This is poison, I have no doubt. Symptoms are very similar to bites from the spiders in our tin mine. I'm thankful none have died, but it's damn inconvenient. I won't know anything for certain until I get those.
Gee.
Don't cross me.
Cross you.
Well?
Have you collected everything on the list? Good. This should only take a... Clothes are fine. The poison wasn't...
Yep, I'm out of coffee. Need to get some more.
The meat is cooked past the point of edibility, but no poison. If it's not in the well water, we'll need to rethink this. Wait, do you smell that? Ha-ha! That's it! It's in the well water! The poison was in the well water. Even better. Spider venom. Enough to incapacitate, but not kill. Odd. I'm saying it's odd, that's all. What's important now is the antidote. The venom is common to the spiders infesting our tin mine, but I'll need a concentrated amount. Look for broodmothers.
Looks like I'm going spider killing. But before that, it's time to get more coffee. There we go, that's better.
What do you want?
All the way down there, huh? Go through here. Bad. Well, that's not the one I wanted to hit with that ability, but whatever.
You outsider! Bandits broke into the... Bandits rushed the gates and scaled the walls. There's not enough of us to drive them back. Broken arm. It's nothing. Stand with us!
Okay, I guess. Don't see any bandits. It. Easy enough.
I don't hear the sounds of battle. Are the bandits driven? Then I'll distill an antidote immediately. With so many... Someone deliberately poisoned our strongholds well. The sickness began the day of the bandits' first attack. It couldn't have been them, not directly. She's tended the chief since he fell ill. You've shown you stand with the stronghold, and for that, you'll remain welcome. But if you wish to stop the poisoner, you'll need her approval, or the others won't help.
You've proven yourself bloodkith to our stronghold. If any here would call you outsider, you are welcome to answer with the back of your hand. Now, what is it you need?
Female orcs look pretty ridiculous.
Yes, he convinced me there was never a curse. Know that while Chief Dushkul remains ill, I speak on his behalf. I'm his hearthwife, and I say the poisoner must be brought to justice. The sickness happened before the first bandit attack. None are missing from the stronghold. The poisoner must be among us. Can't be any of the victims. There are unpleasant symptoms. Very unpleasant. Speak with the unafflicted. Find out where they were the night before the sick...
Okay.
You've got some nerve.
Talk to you?
Got some nerve.
Ah, the hero. What do you want? It's shameful for the raiders to do such a thing. They must have dropped the poison in the well during one of their attacks. If you say so. It's been a blur. Can't even remember checking and oiling weapons in the Longhouse. Bad for the bandits when they attacked. Still didn't keep them from poisoning the well.
The sound of a hammer on iron is a beautiful thing to hear, whether in battle or at the forge. But our mine produces tin. Can't keep a good rhythm with tin.
It looks better than the first one, that's for
The chief is back on his feet. I'll be the new forge wife. Then we'll see who gives the orders. Not that you care. Go ahead, ask me. Right here, stoking the forge while my apprentice ran errands for Maramat. Think she can take her away, make my work shoddier? Ha. Besides, temperature changes can ruin the metal. I didn't have shored up defenses, repaired weapons and armor for the few warriors left standing. Haven't you heard the ring of my hammer? Used it on a few bandits, too. Bandit helmets can't take 3. If I'd wanted to sabotage the stronghold, I could have the walls topple or make shoddy blades that crumble in our warriors' hands. Yet the walls stand fast and our weapons strike true.
Hello, Bloodkith. Heard you gutted some bandits in the attack. Because bandits are dumb. They think an open gate is a weakness, so they all head for it. But we cut them down before they get inside. They could, but they don't. The ones with bows won't fire their arrows at us, so we stand here as bait for the ones without bows. Then they come, and we make them decorate the cobbles. Told you, bandits are... You mean the curse? Sure. I'll help any way I can. It's what I do. Most of our warriors are sick in their beds, or barely able to hold an axe. The curse couldn't poison me. Nothing can. When I find a new bug or beast, I don't just kill it. I eat it to give it strength. Sometimes you, pay for it. But you've never truly conquered something until you've buried it in the ground. Training with Nemorath near the front gate. He opens himself to counterattacks when he lunges. Knew it would hurt him eventually. But he survived the attack, so he'll remember next time. Or not, and he'll die. He should...
The stronghold survived because of your help. We won't forget this. I wish we were back in the mines, even with all those spiders. At least Maramat is safe in the Longhouse. Seems a week doesn't pass without a spider bite in the mines. It comes with the job. I suppose old bites and dizzy spells kept me safe from the poison. Nothing. I'm a horrible liar. Everybody knows it. Look, the chief got sick. We have a history, and I don't want Maramat to think I poisoned him, all right? That'd be terrible. Is it that obvious? I mean, no, nothing like that. The chief and I disagreed over the mine's value, but we resolved things. We don't see eye to eye on trade matters, but I'm no traitor to the stronghold. And getting battered by Sharnog. I always end up bruised, but I'm a better warrior for it. Sure, half the village saw me getting knocked around.
There's one more inside here. Or is it down there?
Yes? What is it now? Let me see. That belongs to Rakaz, my apprentice. You can see where the hilt doesn't quite fit the blade. Wish I could say it was one of her first attempts.
What is it now? So? I needed some ore. 3 spiders came from nowhere and I had to defend myself. I must have lost it in my rush to escape. Fine, you got me. Are you satisfied? I did it for the town, and if you noticed, I made sure not to use too much, just like Gargak taught me. Gargak is the rightful chief of the Stronghold. His brother is half the man and an utter fool. He won the trial by fighting dirty. I am simply trying to help. Sorry to disappoint, but I don't plan to walk into my death. There's more to the brother's story than you've been told. Please don't rush into anything. Seek out Gargak and hear his side of the story before deciding what you believe. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
What have you found? What has the fool girl done? Never mind that. Shaman Bogum has almost finished his antidote. Once Reeman's bluff, I must remain here and see my husband recovers. If you're willing, you should track down Gargak and put... Sharnak said most attacks come from the north. There are some caves, an old mine, and a ruined Imperial tower in that direction. If you...
All right.
What do we have here? Do you know the Code of Moloch? It's a simple code, but it's the one I live by. Don't steal, so I aim to conquer. Don't kill your kin, and none have died in my attacks. Don't attack. When my father passed, I was to become chief by right. But then my little brother challenged me for leadership of the Stronghold. 2 schemers put him up to it, as long as he'd make them Hunt Wife and Forge Wife. They knew I had no respect for them. Not by my brother's skill. His future Forge Wife insisted we use matched weapons. As we fought, I grew lightheaded. My palms burned and I could barely keep a grip. But I fought on, and was about to strike my brother down. No other explanation. The Hunt Wife poisoned the hilt, and the Forge Wife delivered a blade that shattered in its first melee. My brother must have known. Heard they died last month, some sort of fire. A shame they won't see me take my revenge.
Yeah, well.
So be it.
That seems like the easiest way to... Don't want to drag out this quest line. And there we go. Let's go up here, see if there's anything worth grabbing. Nope. About one. I'll finish this up. A bit of a break. Probably actually work out a little bit.
Well.
Is it done? Is Gargak dead? A true leader doesn't poison his own people. Oh, my husband...
Oramat has told me what you've already done for us, Outlander, but I have to ask, is it done? I see. I take no pleasure in my brother's death. I know he blamed me for his loss, but to come after his bloodkin in this way?
That's done. So I'm gonna end it here. Take a little break, get some stuff done around the house, maybe get a workout in. We'll see. So I'm not sure if I'll be back on this afternoon or not, but definitely not tonight. Otherwise, see ya next time. Thanks for hanging out.